Flashback to 2008. The red and gold suit shimmers to life. Wisecracks ricochet off lab walls, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe explodes into existence, all thanks to the electrifying entrance of Iron Man. Now, jump cut to 2025. The stories, the stardom, the very faces that became synonymous with superheroes have journeyed through more than a decade of cinematic triumphs, personal evolutions, and dramatic twists both on screen and off. Let's paint a picture. The red carpet is rolled out not for the Iron Man premiere, but for the riveting question: who are these stars who became household names amidst supervillains, world-saving gadgets, and signature quips? As we look to 2025, Robert Downey Jr., the very heart of Tony Stark. Remember his self-effacing grin at the press conference when he uttered those legendary words, "I am Iron Man"? That moment fused movie magic with cultural history. RDJ's razor-sharp charisma and that legendary smile forged the blueprint for every MCU hero forever. Fast forward to now, and every appearance from him remains an event, each smile carrying the weight of cinematic history and that unmistakable Stark confidence. Beside him, Gwyneth Paltrow's Pepper Potts darted through high-stakes boardrooms and dangerous corridors alike. She started as Tony's ever-capable assistant, quickly ascending to CEO of Stark Industries and ultimately, in true peppery fashion, to suit-clad superheroine herself. Her calm intelligence has always been the perfect foil to Tony's kinetic genius. Through the years, Gwyneth's elegance has taken center stage both in the boardroom and the battlefield, with every red carpet appearance showing a graceful evolution from the poised executive we met in the first hour of Iron Man to the powerful presence she projects in 2025. Whether supporting Tony or shining in her own right, Pepper Potts' journey has proven that brains, heart, and iron resolve never go out of style. Terrence Howard's casting as James Rhodey Rhodes in Iron Man's first chapter marked a defining moment. The future, War Machine's easy camaraderie with Tony laying the groundwork for a friendship. Fans still, quote, "Let's not forget those now iconic words. Next time, baby," as he eyed the silver suit. But the gears of Hollywood spun in a new direction, and by Iron Man 2, Don Cheadle has picked up Rhodey's mantle, injecting the role with a blend of unshakable loyalty, wry humor, and action star readiness. As Iron Man's saga rolled on, Cheadle turned Rhodey into an indispensable Avenger, delivering gravitas through triumph and tragedy, while never losing that unmistakable, effortless banter that has made War Machine a fan favorite. In 2025, his legacy across MCU appearances has built Rhodey into more than a sidekick. He's an icon. But the intrigue doesn't stop with the core trio. Let's hunt down the scene stealers, the alliances, the villains whose schemes played across our memories. Jeff Bridges stormed into the franchise as Obadiah Stane, a menacing presence in boardrooms and on the battlefield, with a bald head and icy stare to match. Who can forget the sheer intensity he brought? One minute, a trusted mentor. The next, the Ironmonger himself, leaving audiences in suspense. That beard, that voice, still shudder-inducing, made him the kind of villain you love to fear. And even now, the echoes of his transformation from boardroom boss to armored nemesis reverberate through every Marvel villain to come. Then there's Paul Bettany, never seen but always heard. The voice of Jarvis, Tony's ever-loyal AI assistant. Bettany's smooth, calming British inflection became the sonic backbone to Stark's every invention. Audiences fell in love with Jarvis's dry wit and reliable support, the disembodied guide to Tony's every reckless leap. By 2025, Bettany's contribution stands as not just a technical marvel, but an emotional anchor, proving that even unseen, a character can become essential. Let's talk about Jon Favreau, the visionary director who brought Iron Man to life. Yes, but also the on-screen charm of Happy Hogan. His comedic timing, flustered loyalty, and everyman energy provided a contrast to all the high-tech antics and genius brooding swirling around Stark Tower. Favreau created not just the visual style of the MCU, but a character who embodies steadfast friendship and a subtle knack for stealing laughs from superheroes. In 2025, Favreau's impact on the series and in front of the camera is undeniable. You can't think of Marvel without thinking of Happy or the director who set everything in motion. Who could forget Leslie Bibb's turn as reporter Christine Everhart? Chasing scoops, landing exclusives, and never letting Tony off the hook, Bibb injected journalistic grit into every scene, ensuring no headline or heartthrob ever slipped by. She may have started as a supporting character, but her sharp exchanges with Stark gave every press conference a punch of drama. Now, as we move to the heart and soul of what's changed, let's talk then and now. The transformations from 2008 to 2025 are nothing short of astonishing. Seeing Robert Downey Jr. today, his posture more assured, his gaze both warmer and wittier, reminds everyone why he captured hearts as Tony Stark and why he continues to command attention wherever he goes. His legacy as Iron Man isn't simply one of character, it's become a phenomenon, a symbol of rebirth and redemption that fans measure every superhero against. Drama, laughter, tears, and triumph all shimmer around Downey, both in the suit and out. Gwyneth Paltrow, meanwhile, radiates an aura of polished sophistication, exuding the kind of quiet confidence and entrepreneurial edge that echo her days running Stark Industries. Paltrow may have started as the right hand to Tony's whirlwind, but now her presence alone is enough to hush a room. From subtle style transformations to her graceful navigation through both Hollywood parties and high-energy MCU events, it's a journey of glamour and grit rolled into one remarkable narrative. Her distinctive path from Pepper Potts to a symbol of female strength and leadership in the Marvel saga mirrors her own growth, both personal and professional. Don Cheadle's Rhodey, looking at his earliest appearances compared to his 2025 self, reveals an evolution shaped by battles, friendships, loss, and loyalty. He's grown into his own, wearing the mantle of War Machine not as Tony's sidekick, but a hero in his own right. Whether rallying allies at a world-ending crisis or trading barbs in quieter MCU moments, Cheadle's continued embrace of Rhodey's role shows a maturation and perseverance that mirrors the actor's own ever-expanding influence in the industry. Of course, the early echoes of Terrence Howard's Rhodey can't be ignored. Rewind the tapes, and there's a charming chemistry, a relaxed, almost mischievous rapport with Downey that cast a unique magic in that very first chapter. His signature smirk, the glint in his eye as he surveys Stark's latest gadgets. Controversy aside, his interpretation left a mark that fans have never quite forgotten. Jeff Bridges, once the polished corporate mogul, transformed seamlessly into one of Marvel's most memorable on-screen nemeses. The echoes of his growling voice and menacing stare, still sending shivers up spines when fans revisit Iron Man's origin tale. Watching him now, it's impossible not to recall that first major villain of the MCU, the benchmark for every rival that heroes have faced since. His evolution from the clean-shaven, ruthless tycoon of 2008 to his present-day legacy as a muse for every MCU antagonist? Legendary. Paul Bettany's Jarvis, once just a voice in the background, became so beloved that the character's very intonations linger in fans' imaginations. The evolution from unseen helper to a veritable institution in his own right is a testament to Bettany's talents. Every inflection, every hint of exasperation or subtly concealed sarcasm layered the invisible helper with so much personality that Jarvis felt as present, if not more so, than any flesh-and-blood hero. And Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan, oh, what a glow-up. From the over-eager driver to a central figure of comfort, humor, and steadfast loyalty, Happy's journey mirrors Favreau's own ascent as both an MCU architect and on-screen favorite. Watching early footage of his bumbling sidekick days compared to the influential presence he commands now is a masterclass in letting humor, heart, and humanity bring even the ordinary sidekick true hero status. Leslie Bibb, still wielding that sharp reporter's glare, has journeyed from bit player to mainstay presence. Her determined energy as Christine Everhart peppering Tony with the tough questions, never shying away from a scoop carried through into every subsequent appearance. In 2025, her knack for nailing headlines and catching superheroes off guard remains a through line, shaping every press moment in or out of Stark Tower. So, Marvel superfans and red carpet watchers, which then and now transformation leaves you in awe? Has Robert Downey Jr.'s signature charm evolved the most, or does Gwyneth Paltrow's sophisticated journey steal the spotlight? Is Don Cheadle's War Machine the ultimate superhero evolution? Or does your heart still race at the memory of Bridges' chilling gaze? We want to hear which cast member's journey surprised you, whose style switch you loved most, and which Marvel moment lives rent-free in your head. Sound off with your thoughts and your own glow-up stories in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for all the latest celebrity transformation and superhero shakeups coming your way.